So yeah, this is basically Blackwood, which goes up to this this purple line just here, right at the top. Yeah. And essentially all this bit's just here, top right hand corner, that hasn't even been touched. The yellow sections are stuff that's, again, not been touched. Green is stuff that has been navmeshed, but it needs checking. And then purple is stuff that has been checked and QA'd and is final. So that's essentially what each section means. So these yellow sections here are ones that we're going to be working on today. The purple section is stuff that I have either done myself or QA'd, and then green stuff is the green stuff, honestly, is extremely old navmesh, and my goal by the end of January is to have the entire region here purple. Purple, it's finished, it's finalized, we're never going to touch it again kind of deal. So that's what we're going to be working on today. Specifically, we're going to be working on this area down here. That's basically where I've been working. I've been working just here, and then working down here. They're the two areas that I'm working on at the moment. And we're going to be focusing on entirely new navmesh today, because this stuff down here, because it's old, it's the very first navmesh that was put into Skyblivion, and because of that, it is very broken because things have changed since in that region. So the navmesh just goes straight through objects and trees and stuff. So it's a very slow process to fix it up. But we're going to be working on, as I said, this area today. So hopefully that makes it clear, and hopefully we'll get through at least 8 of these cells. If we can get through 8 of these cells in the evening that I've got here, then I will. Go away. Let's go to the next track. So yeah, that's what we're going to focus on today. We'll see how we get on. I will load up in the CK and in game and show you what we'll be working on. Let me make sure I've got my map up, and then we'll jump in game first of all to check it out. But yeah, these are the cells that we're going to be working on. You can tell the difference between the navmesh that is new and then the navmesh is old. That's old and a little bit broken. This is not too bad, I'm not going to lie, comparatively to further down south. It's just that it's way too basic for what we want. We want stuff to look more like this as opposed to that, essentially. So we're going to be working on these cells. Luckily, they're not very detailed. We do have a little house or a farmhouse to navmesh today, so we will be doing that if we get there. If we get there. So I think first, let me pause the music, and we will, to much of Robert's delight, we're going to load up the game while the creation kit's running, because we know Robert loves that stuff. But yeah, I hope everybody's had a good New Year and had a good Christmas at the time that it was. If you've got any questions, then feel free to ask them. I won't shy away from them, but I might not be able to answer all of them, shall we say. But yeah, let's go check out the few cells that we're going to be working on today, though. We have got a new tool as well. Actually, I need to disable one mod. One sec. I need to disable this mod. Okay. Otherwise, the trees are not going to have any leaves on, which is kind of funny. Oh dear. We have got a new tool that we've been using to check out Navmesh. So we'll go in game, we'll check out that tool, and then hopefully we'll get to Navmeshing. Each of those cells, on average, is taking me about 15 to 20 minutes to Navmesh. So we could do 3 cells in an hour. So that's why I'm aiming for 6 if I've got roughly 2 hours maybe to stream today. Right, COW Tez for Tamriel. Let's go 19 minus 41. No, 41. Popping game. Right, so this is the southern coast of Blackwood. So we're right on the coastline here, which lines up to where we're going to start navmeshing. The first few cells up here I have already worked on, already navmeshed. So that is absolutely fine. We don't need to worry about some of these. But yeah, this is essentially the area we're going to be working on today. Is just a bit north of this little area. I haven't actually seen this yet. I mean, I know we're near Leowin, but I don't think I've seen this little area. Huh. A little boat in it. Huh. But yeah, I think as far as Navmesh is gone, I think I've got as far as this. I don't think I've gone any further north than this. And there should be some natural barriers up here that will stop us going further north. I believe all of this is navmeshed because I did it the other day. And yeah, there will be further west. And as soon as you get up here, you should start hitting walls and stuff like that you can't get up. Yeah, pretty much. Very steep hills, but there's the city of Leowin over there. It is going to be a bit foggy here because it's just natural how it is. This is how Morrowind used to look. Is this your first time seeing Blackwood, Cozy? There's Leowin just there. Make it nice and sunny. Or we could put the Blackwood fog on. I don't think the weathers are set up yet. We're just gonna get sun. That's fine. That's fine though. I saw bits and pieces. Nice. But yeah, this is the main area that we're going to be working on today, which is this little area. I believe there's a few caves as well, just here. Yeah. That go into Oblivion, apparently. Probably don't want to go down there. Nice. I'll look into that later. Looks horrible, but all the best bits in my boots are gonna be filthy after trekking through this sort of way. Yeah, I get what you mean there. I get what you mean there, Gio. But yeah, we're right on the border of Leowin here. So what is this house? Is this a marked location? Rayland. Like a grave? I cannot remember what this place used to be like in Oblivion. But yeah, this is where, it's pretty much as far up north as we're going to be going today, is about just here. But if we do go a little tiny bit further this way, we should hit an alien ruin, which is in my claim, so we can navmesh it. It probably won't be today, but it is something in the future that I can navmesh if needed. Is that a gap? Yeah, like gap. That's fine. We can fix that. Well, LD can fix that, shall we say. Yeah, this is the small alien ruin. Quote on small, that we've also got to navmesh. It's reasonably small, I would say. I wouldn't say it's the biggest, but at least we don't. I checked already. We don't have to navmesh any of this bit because NPCs can't walk up and down this little area, so we don't need to worry about that. But the rest of it, 100%, we need to. We do need to navmesh. Look forward to see how you do things firsthand. Yeah, that's one of my things. Like, I wanted to stream today, just because it's been a while since I've streamed Navmesh, and I think it would be a good idea because with obviously the roadmap video coming out. Obviously, check out that video if you haven't already. It gives you a good idea on progress, what sort of developers we need, and all of that good stuff. The hell? Like a little cave there. Ah, this is the Blackwood you know. Very rainy, foggy, misty. Yeah. That's what we like. Blackwood is just Britain. A little bit apart from it's a swamp. Britain's not exactly a swamp, but if you go further north, it can be a little bit more swampy, I would say. Don't worry about the horses. It's because all of our roads have navmesh now. So all the horses that should be in here, they spawn on the nearest navmesh. So that's the reason why the horses are not in their field or standing on fences and stuff like that, is just because they get teleported out in a very, very weird way. And then obviously this is Leowin. Not going to go inside, but obviously this is Leowin. And yeah, that is pretty much the area that we've got to navmesh today. I don't expect us to get it all done. But yeah, we'll get as much as we can done, and then we will jump back in game, see how stuff behaves, and then go from there. But yeah, I've watched the landscape Blackwood years, definitely prefer for saturated colourful reasons. Yeah. It's the same for Navmesh. I definitely prefer doing the other regions. However, as I said, we've got if I take this picture again, for example, we've got the majority of Blackwood Navmesh now, with only these yellow areas to do. But the entire of Blackwood is now essentially my responsibility from here on in, just to get it all finalized, finished, get some of the little tiny bugs here, there, and everywhere fixed up. So it's essentially my responsibility to make sure Blackwood is fully navmeshed and the navmesh actually works now. So and yeah, the region that we're going to be working on again is that region down here, is these collection of 14 cells down here. What we're going to be working on today. But yeah, I agree that the more colourful regions, like the Gold Coast, for example, are definitely better to look at than this, for sure. But yeah, this is Blackwood. Again, if I know a lot of people have wanted me to stream Navmesh development. Again, I know it's not because I don't want to, it's just I haven't had time. So hopefully it will give you an opportunity to ask questions, and I will try my best to answer them, but some things I just won't be able to answer. It's not my favourite. I think my favourite region in Skyblivion has to be either the Fall Forest or the Gold Coast, honestly. I think they're my favourite regions. But yeah. Let's get to it, shall we? And again, these areas don't have too much. Thanks for the save, Xander. I haven't even done any work yet. These areas don't have as much in terms of trees and stuff like that, so it's not going to be super detailed. Not comparatively to like the areas over here. It's not going to be super detailed, but yeah, we'll try our best. We'll start at the top, get this done, and wait. What I usually do with cells is I navmesh the least detailed parts first before I get to the rocks. So we'll start up here and we'll get to going, shall we? Usually the way that I navmesh is I do usually the edges first. Because they are the easiest to do, and then I'll snap the vertices to the other edges. So that's the way that I personally navmesh a cell. Is I'll do one edge, line the edges up, and then I'll do another edge, line them up, do another edge, line them up. So I said everybody has their own way of navmeshing, so it's not going to be a one shoe fits all kind of deal. But you do make your own sort of way to navmesh something, essentially. You've got some new Navmesher application. Yes, so far, I am going through the application slowly. But so far, let me find out. Drive. Let me have a look at our statistics on it. I've had 27 Navmesh developer applications so far. To put it into a little bit of perspective since the last video, I have so far reviewed maybe half of them, just because I haven't had time to look through them yet. Yeah. Out of all of them, we have had, I can tell you how many we've had. We've had, in total across all departments, 155 across every single department. So far. But that number is growing every day. Yeah, so just a few. Obviously, you get the usual ones that you can strike off right away, but yeah. Let's go here. I can tell we can walk on this, so... Pretty good quality apps. Or, I mean, there's, you know how it is. There's always some that I think it's standard with any sort of thing that you do get a few that are like, oh, can I help QA or playtest Skyblivion? And even though it says on the website we're not looking for those kind of applications, they still get through. So it's just a case of filtering those ones out. But we've got a few measures to filter those out, so it's not major, but there are a few that are similar to that, shall we say. The most common one we always get is, can I yeah, like can I playtest Skyblivion? And obviously I know we've said multiple times that all of the playtesting for Skyblivion is all done internally, so no chance of that, and there's going to be no chance of a demo, shall we say, either. So yeah. Wasn't one supposed to like Navmesh as a what do you mean? What do you mean, Daedric? Sorry, my reading skills today are really bad, so if I don't understand what you're asking, that's on me. STH. I am just not understanding. Oh, my brain. My poor brain. No, no. I'm very much a very sheltered person. Honestly, if it was explained to me, oh, smack. No? No? Oh, something. Yeah, so we do have practice ESPs available for people to practice Navmesh and stuff like that. But yeah, some people just don't. I think the thing that frustrates. Yeah, I get that some people obviously. Yeah, I think the some things are a bit like when you've asked for proof of skill and then we don't get it. It's very hard for us to look through that application. I bet you guys can even see a difference in my Navmesh now. Because last time I streamed, I don't know if you can remember how slow I used to be at Navmeshing. And now it's like boom. Like already, this is how much of the cell we've got done already. Just it's been 10 minutes. That's it. 10 minutes. But with that's the I've been doing, to be fair, I've been Navmeshing the easier sections of it. Also, when you do Navmesh something, you don't have to line these up directly. It's okay for them to be slightly apart, but obviously the closer, the better. I will say. Now we've reached the water. Perfect. But most of like Navmeshing in general is about learning the hotkeys. If you can remember and like muscle memory the hotkeys, then you're not going to have any issues, generally speaking. Alright, can't go any... might be able to. Can go just to here. Is sunbursting sort of inevitable? Yeah, so some things like it's hard to describe. Like typically we don't have too much of an issue with sunbursting. Like the most you'll see is probably something that looks like this, which is fine because it's got like some of these edges. But if we do come up with sunbursting, we do find ways to get around it and to optimize it a bit better. And if you guys can't optimize when you're developing something, I QA and look at every like as part of like the lead role. I look at everybody's Navmesh, and if I do see some bursting, it's not a problem, but I do go in and fix it myself. So we're currently on top of the water at the moment, and I'll show you what could potentially be a handy trick to it, because obviously Navmeshing on top of water is a big no-go. So what we do is we turn off the triangles and the edges, select all the vertices, that we've got that's floating on top of the water, which is pretty much all of those. Move them down, press F, and now most of them are on the floor. If we turn off water, you'll see most of them have snapped to the floor. So I always nav mesh on top of the water first, and then I will snap the entire thing down to the bottom. And then turn back on triangles and edges, and then you can carry on. Remember, like, Shift W, I think it is. Is it Shift W? Yeah, turns water on and off, which is handy as well. And then again, just going through, lining up vertices. I'll do some edge flipping, which is always important. Right, we should be able to walk up here. Yeah, just a small tip for how I do water. And then obviously, if the water's deep enough for the swim animation, we do mark it as water, which you'll be able to, if you nav mesh long enough, you'll be able to tell when the swim animation would be applicable. So for the most part, this will be pretty much it. That's too shallow, so that's pretty much all the water. And is this anywhere that we can walk on? I think we could walk up here. I think the other rocks are too big. And there we go. One cell pretty much done. Very quickly. All we've got to do is draw cover and then finalize the edges. So I always finalize it first, then save, and then I'll draw the cover. That was perfect timing, Azalda, because I was already drinking. But that's the way I personally like Navmesh. And if you're ever zoomed out and you want to go down to something like that, it's Y on the keyboard. So if you're like, oh, I want to go over to this piece and this triangle right in the distance, press Y and it will snap right to it, because it cycles through the camera. So you get a top-down mode, side on, a bit more side on, underneath, and then top down. So you can just like flip between them. If you ever see me do that, it's just because I want the top down view. There is an easy there is a way to get a top down view outside of Navmesh mode, but inside of Navmesh mode, it's yeah, the only way of getting a pure top down view. Whenever I press Y, I get terribly lost. Well, that's not good, Cozy. That's not good. You do get used to it, though. I will say, you do get used to it after a few times. Well, after a few months, shall we say. Right, is this that cave thing that we saw? Yeah, this is that cave thing. With, does it actually go to Oblivion, or is it just got 2 layers of water in it? There's the water layer. I don't think it is a hole to nothing. No, it's not a hole to nothing. It's just it rendered weird. There isn't any. No. It's not. At least it's not a hole to nothing. Yeah. Should have jumped in. Yeah, probably. But yeah, that's essentially one cell done. Generally speaking, so we'll do some edge cleanup now. This is not anything that I get people to worry about on the team. I clean up all of my edges, but something that we just don't do. Hey, Nathaniel, thank you for the follow there. Welcome on in. Welcome. Hey, oh my god. Jesus Christ, I cannot speak! Repairman Action Hero, how's it going? Been a while? Hope you're doing well. Right. Now we'll add the jump links in. So NPCs can jump between things. Remember to always select the top edges first on things. So for example, just here. That's probably a bad example. Just here. Press the top one first. Press the bottom one. Press P. Creates a jump link. And then we can check for any errors. Press tick. And then we're done and we move on. Good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing the Divine's work. Someone's got to do it. And thank you for the bits. I totally forgot about to say that. You're just deleting redundant vertices. Personally, they're not so much redundant. It's just that the creation kit creates extra ones. We have decided just to, as a project, we've decided to merge them down to make the nav mesh a bit more optimized. But it really doesn't matter if you remove them, yes or not. It's just as a project we've decided to do it the way we're doing it. If you run into a pair of graves in a willow tree, treat them with respect. That's me and my wife mortalized. Ooh. I wonder where that is. You have a rough idea of whereabouts in Blackwood that is. I know Dee did the landscaping, so I'm not. Used to have the chord saved, but that was a few phones ago. I'm sure I'll come across them as I am QAing the entirety of Blackwood as I'm going through here, so I'm sure I will find them and treat them with the respect it deserves. But I don't think I've found them yet. I don't think I've come across them. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if... God, how long ago was that? That was a long time ago since you could redeem like stuff like that in Dee's channel. I do remember him naming rocks and stuff after followers and subscribers. I do remember that a little bit. I want to say it was about 3 or 4 years now. Been a hot minute. That is for sure. Because when I started paying attention to Skyblivion more myself, he was landscape in Blackwood. It's been a while. Don't worry about the sun bursting in the cell over. That will be fixed when I QA that cell at a later date, so don't worry about it too much. Because the next cell is going to get very messy. Like, that is bad Navmesh, I will say. A better time, less stressful before the release date. Yes, that is for sure. Because I'm not going to lie, like, the release date is, yeah, it is a little bit of pressure. I think even Kyle said this, that having a release date or a release year, at the very least, has put a bit of pressure on us. But it's also a good thing, because if we didn't have that date, then we would have nothing to push towards, you know? Like, you could be... If we didn't have the release date, we could be doing the same thing, or the same region, or the same bit of landscape over and over again, trying to make it perfect. You know, which is, unfortunately, perfection is not a real thing. Join the stream to have a good time, not be attacked by the progress. Yeah. But yeah, having a release date is a good and a bad thing. Well, for us at least. Just because, yeah, it does create a little bit of pressure. A little bit of pressure and stress. But ultimately, I think it's a good thing.
Sometimes when the moon is bright, you see him in the countryside, accompanied by loneliness, abandoning his works. If you then stroll in gloomy nights and peer in cold and hollow eyes, you've run across a wood.
I've been following this project since it was just Kyle on YouTube, which brought me to Twitch genuine 5 years. Yeah, 5 years is a little bit of just a little bit of time. That is for sure. But damn, it does make you wonder. Makes me wonder. I've only been involved for oof, 2 years, coming up to 2 years. I think coming up to 2 years quite soon, actually. That clutter stuff we can actually walk over, so not too concerned about that. Ourselves always complete landscape clutter wise before you Navmesh them. They are always done. They are okay. Now we're gonna start getting into something. They should never be touched again. They should never, ever get touched again when they are landscaped. Navmeshed even. Once I have marked a cell off as purple on the map, which means the navmesh is being QA'd, and there's not any floating trees, there's no floating bushes. They should, in an ideal world, never get touched again. However, they do, and then I have to recheck the region or the cell to see if any of the navmesh was affected by this. So yes, we only get access to navmesh region or an interior location for that matter once it has been checked off and marked as finished. As soon as QA have done their level design QA pass on it, yes, it should never be touched again. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Unfortunately, changes in the landscape and design and stuff are going to happen, but it goes back to that with the release date, that the closer that we get to that release date, it's going to... We can't afford to be going back and redoing navmesh or level design over and over again. There's got to be a point in I mean, this is the same true for AAA developers. There's got to be a point where you just have to say, enough's enough, this is done, move on to the next thing. Yeah, now I get it. I can show you an example of this. So say, this is the Gerald Mountains. This is our progress on the Gerald Mountains. Just here. So this is the Gerald Mountains. All the stuff in green is navmeshed. All the stuff in purple is QA'd by myself. These two cells here, these two claims, shall we say, they have been QA'd by myself. The orange cells are cells that the level design team have gone in and altered and that I need to recheck. So it does happen. It's stuff that could take 30 seconds to check, or it could take 10 minutes. It's not too bad, because each one of the Gerald Mountains cells takes, I'd say it takes about I was to put a time on it, I think a Gerald Mountains claim or cell would take about 30 minutes to do each, so it is a fraction of that time, like 10 minutes or whatever to check it at max, but it's still time that ultimately we don't really have. What's the hotkey to hide N? So as long as you're hovering over your cell, press N on the keyboard, and it will just show the cell's nav mesh you're in currently. It's super handy for going along cell borders, like I'm currently doing. You can hide other cells. Mistake there. I've made a few mistakes around here. Fine. As long as I catch them. That's the main thing. I think you might have resized your stream. Window got smaller. I haven't resized anything, as far as I know. Yeah, it's fixed now. Weird. How's it going, Clank? Hope you're doing well, buddy. Yeah, I hadn't touched anything. One of those weird stream things, I guess. I believe there was some of those pylons around here. Any more pylons that I missed? You just bring that out. Yeah, try and select the correct vertex from the correct cell borders is making me, yeah, it really does, it really does. Damn, that would have been helpful when I was trying to renav a part of a cell. Yeah, really is. Can't wait to go East Egg Hunt this game. There's so many hits in Hidden Blackwood. You'll be surprised how we've got, I'm not gonna lie, we've got a sheet that has all of the Easter eggs that we've hidden throughout the game in it. And there's quite a lot. I will say there's quite a lot. So it's not just one area. Well, that's another cell done. Boom. How do you make the... it seems like you're moving them along the axis. Yeah. Pretty much. Z is just like up and down, and then you can like use your mouse to do it, and then you press F, which floors it. It snaps it to the ground. So if you're got a high up air, select, press F. It floors it to the ground. Hey, how's it going, Glitz? How many cells done since yesterday? I don't know actually. 6, 10. We've just done 11, so this is the 12th. Obviously, only the second on stream, but yeah. Asking the tough questions. I know, right? Hey, Geo boy, thank you for the follow, my dude. Welcome on in. Hope you enjoy your stay. I'm sure you will. So in the last 2 days, I have done 20, 31 cells in 2 days, which is not bad. Well, I've done 27 cells and QA'd 4. So take that as you will. I feel like you've missed setting a triangle underwater. Oh, yeah, sometimes I do, I always catch it on this task that I'm doing currently. It's sometimes you press the button for it to select it as a water triangle, and it just doesn't. It's just one of those, you know, engine quirks you just get used to after a while. That's all. Well, that's another one done. Do this one next. I always refresh before I do every cell, just in case I miss something. And this is the... I'll show you the reason why I'm QAing Blackwood at the same time as doing new stuff. Oh no. I've just turned all the tree leaves back on. We'll have to relaunch. But this is the reason why. Is because we've had level design changes. And there's now Navmesh going through buildings and stuff like that. This is the old Navmesh. So this is the reason why I'm QAing Blackwood at the moment. Is just because the Navmesh doesn't reflect the landscape anymore. So, god damn it, I just turned all the leaves back on. Damn it. Let me save it. We are at 1937. Well, 19 minus 37. Shall I say? It's because I jumped in game and turned Tree Trimmer off to do it. But at least the creation kit is very quick to launch now. So, it's not these 5-minute long waits that it used to be. So, at least it's easy. Yeah. Yeah, they can. I always refresh just to make sure. Refreshing takes 5 seconds to refresh. Like, missing something and having an issue later down the line that you've missed. But yeah, it's that's more annoying. Definitely more annoying. Yeah, mine used to take about 7 minutes to load. And now it's about 60 seconds. Which is better than nothing. For sure. So the way I always start is I zoom out, press B for borders, press 8, toggle the grass, press F4 to toggle the collision, and then I'll turn Navmesh mode on, and then I'll refresh it. That's how I do it, at least. Can't wait to walk Skyblivion Cyrodiil. Yeah, it's definitely... Mwah. Though I am interested in what Beyond Skyrim do with Cyrodiil as well, so kind of curious at that. Obviously, they're going to have their own version of Cyrodiil as well, so be interesting to see what things are different, what things are same, stuff like that. Also quite interested. Also Skywind. Yeah, same. Not gonna lie, I don't check on Skywind nearly as much as I probably should. There again, I feel bad for saying it. I don't have time to keep an eye on the other projects at the moment. I used to. Yeah. I just don't have the time to keep up with it. Keep up with the other projects even. Ah, shit. That happens more often than you think. We just get teleported halfway across the world. Nah. Fuck your save, Xander. I'm joking, I will save. Thanks, dude. Oh dear. And thanks for the drinks too. But yeah, for anyone doing the practice at the moment on the community server, I really don't expect your Navmesh to look anything like perfect. There's no such thing. Perfect nav. Hey, Foreman. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Got a name with? No. We don't want another landscape He-Man issue. I don't even know if He-Man is still in here. Oh dear. Yes. Well, I'll show you in a. I'll show you in a bit. I was gonna say I doubt anybody's removed him. Removed him. He's actually over this mountain if he's still there. Nah. Nah. not be distracted. Much. How you doing? Been a few bad New Year's, but yeah, it's not been too bad. Not been too bad at all. Hope I said earlier, I hope everybody had a good New Year's. Thanks for the save, Esper. Holy shit, it's me. Yes, it is. It is indeed. When is the next merge? Every day. I'm not even kidding on that. I am not even kidding on that. We don't have monthly merges anymore. It gets merged in as long as you are finished with the bit of work you're on, it gets merged into the build the same day. So the game is always latest. Always got everybody's latest work in it. That changed a couple of months ago now. Which is obviously very handy, especially when we're in the last sort of phase of development. It's very handy to be able to get work and stuff into the build extremely quickly. Congrats on modelizing. Yeah, it was a little bit of an investment, but we have got a dedicated build manager who is a crack addict. No, he's not. He's not. I'm joking. He is insane though. He just like every day he's like he is addicted to merging stuff. I also honestly feel like he's addicted to merging stuff. He's like every day he's like got something to merge for me. It's just crazy. But it's super helpful. So yeah, we wouldn't have a game, and the CK wouldn't load as fast without him. So yeah, all of the props to, especially how stable the game is now, go straight down to him. He's fixed so many creation kit errors and asset errors and stuff that we've had in our build. It's crazy. Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Slow but steady. We'll get there, though. We will get there. Hope you're doing well, Haskell. Got last. I'd get burned out quickly. Yeah. He has taken like a week off, but that's only once since he joined about 8 months ago. So okay, that is another cell done. You waiting for Kyle to go live? Kyle is has been busy today. Hopefully learn from the master at hand, help me nail down the skill. Yeah, do it. I'm good currently 4 AM and unable to sleep. Been trying to fit my sleep schedule, but no avail. God damn, I feel that pain though. I'm just glad it's the weekend now. I've had a week from hell in terms of life. So glad it's over. I did take today off in the end from work. What even is a sleep schedule? Exactly. I don't even know what sleep is anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I've had like stuff happen with like family that I haven't slept particularly great because of. So that's like my external factor why I haven't been sleeping. It's just yeah, I've over the past few days I've got maybe 4 hours sleep a night max, maybe.
The light
Crazy.
fades away at the end of
Of
the day.
day.
The sun slowly sinks in its nocturnal grave. You're leaving our world, rising up high to the paths eternal,
Eternal.
to the stars in the sky, and we stay
I miss working on clothes, but I've been working crazy hours to keep it. I hope it. Nice.
dark.
Yeah, I did think you had gone a bit, little tiny bit quiet in the dev server. Honestly, didn't know you're busy with work. I hope work's not like absolutely kicking your ass though.
This is where your path ends and where it begins.
Well, look here. Yeah,
Twilight,
some nights are worse than others, I will say.
strings. You're leaving our
Been
world,
coughing so much on.
rising up
Not someone else's coughing, I swear. Everybody that I'm around at the moment is coughing apart from me. It's just like,
stars in
no,
the sky.
god damn it.
Blessed you be till the
Just that time of year, I think, though, unfortunately.
no more toil of life, no more weight on your wings. The circle is closed between birth and decay. Infinite wonders will embellish your way. You're leaving our world,
I've reached this weird cave. Huh?
rising up high to the paths eternal, to the stars in the sky. When Malphus calls out, we will hearken with glee and follow your path to eternity.
I hate these rocks. I hate them so bad. Some speedy Navmesh. Oh, 2 years of practice will do that to you. But it's mainly about learning the hotkeys. That's the main thing. Ooh. He was right, you're an absolute wizard. He's one with the flow, yeah. The last one, yeah. Maybe not. Can't be dealing with another one of those. Oh no. But it is, I think the speed and the consistency that I navmesh is part of the reason why I got asked to be a department lead for Skyblivion. And I'm extremely good at organizing people, so that's probably part of it as well. I think if Skyblivion had a bad it goes for the same for anything. If they had a bad department lead, it's not going to work. It just won't work. How many hotkeys does one have to remember? For me personally, there is. Let me have a count. How many I do use? Like on a semi-useful basis. I'm just counting in my head right now, so give me a tick. There's not that many, actually. Not that many, actually, that I use consistently on a... I'm just thinking of any others that I use before I give you a number. The main ones are like 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 or 6 that I use an absolute crap ton. Yeah, I'd say like 5 or 6 that I use a lot. The key that I use the most is probably S, which is this one, where you select an edge and it flips it. That's probably the one that I use the most out of all of them. Yeah, it goes just here. I don't think it's an actual cave entrance, like a named cave. I think it's just an environmental piece rather than something that you actually explore. Because there's no teleport or door markers on it, so... I think Q as well. So Q is merge verts. So if I was to select this one first and then this one, ooh, and then press Q, it merges that vertex into that one. A, which is you select 3 vertices, press A, and it makes a new triangle. That one I use a bit. T, G, and V. T is toggle triangles, G is toggle edges, V is toggle vertices. F to snap a vertice to the ground. There's really not a lot, to be honest with you. Too bad. I'll probably have a cheat sheet until they get ingrained in my brain, yeah. He's just busy with university. Harakas. That's as much as I can really say. Just busy doing his degree. That is as much as I can say. And get out of here. Just in case an NPC fucking falls in here. Yeah, it is all just muscle memory at the end of the day. I think I use Y a shit ton of it as well. Like, if I press Y, that's like toggles the different like camera modes. So I use that a shit ton as well. This is Blackwood. This is Blackwood. Yeah, there is a... Yeah, it could have been Skyrim. There's also this gap here that I've noticed. But that you won't get stuck in that little gap in the train. Oh, I just switched grass on by accident. Whoop. So yeah, there is a small gap there. But so far, it's taken us an hour and 15 minutes to do these 4 cells. So it's taken me about 20 minutes to sell at the moment. Yeah, I have Enderal music on my playlist. I mean, how can you not have Enderal music on your playlist these days? It's so good. Keeping that, yeah. I think, and considering I haven't spoke to like Twitch chat in a while, yeah. The difference, okay. I'll tell you the difference because when I used to stream Navmesh before, it took me ages to actually Navmesh something and stream it at the same time. It was a lot. It was about maybe a cell every hour that I was doing back then. The difference being is these days I know the assets so well. I know where I can't walk over these days. Whereas before I was checking like constantly, can I walk over this? Can I not walk over this? Stuff like that. So it's sped up just because of it's just experience. That's all it is. Can't wait to get to submit my app. I feel like I'd be amazed about yes. Hell yeah. What are blue and pink lines? So the pink lines, they are jump links. So say there's a ledge here. An NPC doesn't know they can jump off there. You select the top edge and the bottom edge. Press P and it creates a link. A jump link will allow an NPC now to jump off that edge. The light blue edges that you see here are ledge cover. So it allows an NPC to take cover up here if they're being fired up from arrows down here. It knows, oh, this is a ledge here. I can hide behind the ledge and dip behind things. The dark blue cover is if I press it, it opens up the cover menu. And this is 64 units of cover. Now you can manually select this, but 64 units is basically how tall this wall is. So if a NPC, it allows an NPC to know how high something is to hide behind it. The white ones means it's max cover, which means it's the maximum height cover can be. So that's the reason why they're different colors. And the reason why you get these blocks, they're supposed to be pink. And the reason is just because this also classes as a cover edge. So that's the reason why they're there. And then obviously the green ones are the cell borders. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah. Hey, Kyle! How's it going, dude? Thank you for the 11 months. And 10 months in a row. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. If you don't know, Kyle is our wonderful project lead. So if you are not following him already on Twitch, what the fuck are you doing? Give the man a shout out, Glitz. Absolutely amazing project lead. And thank you for the five gifty subs. I appreciate it. Sub goal met. Whoop. I haven't streamed in so long. I forgot there was even a sub goal. I'm not gonna lie. But I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it, dude. Hope last time I knew you were having an early dinner. What did you have for dinner? What did you cook? Hey, how's it going, Fish Fiend, as well? Coming in with another 5 gifties. God damn it. Keep your money. Keep your money. You know what? And if you haven't followed Fish Fiend as well, who is also in the chat, don't know if Glitz has given him a shout out. He streams now and again, but he is one of the quest developers and the mechanics lead for Skyblivion. So definitely give Fish Fiend a follow if we can give him a shout out to Glitz. I'd appreciate it. I heard Jeff Bezos really struggling, so happy to give half the review. Yes, he is always struggling. I heard it was happening. Thought I'd share love. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it, Scott. Glad to see you getting back into it. Yeah, I had some free time this evening, so I was like, hell yeah, let's do this. Especially as it has been. I found out that I hadn't streamed Skyblivion stuff since August last year. It has been a while. It has definitely been a while. Without those green borders, would NPCs be stuck in a cell? Yes, they 100% would be. Miss Cyanide as well, thank you for the follow. I very much appreciate that. Or Haskill. So yeah, if you're being given a gift sub, do say thank you to Kyle and Fish Fiend, or Rebel's Eyes and Fish, or Scott. Whatever name you want to call them. Mr. Seppim himself. Now you're going to get the Rebel books, and you're going to like it. I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will. Twat 1 and Twat 2. I'm sure you've oh, that's a twatish move, doing what I just did there. Yeah, work's been kicking your ass. Don't work slow. Yeah. I feel that, dude. I do feel that I feel like I go a bit slower when I stream. But it's also yeah. I feel you there. Did you go into the game and test your claim with an NPC before submitting, or maybe in the past? Yeah, I used to. So, as I was saying a minute ago, before when I last streamed, I would map out manually on a. I'll take a screenshot of the landscape and assets that are in it, and I would draw where an NPC could and couldn't walk. But because of just experience and getting used to the assets, getting used to the way Skyblivion has been landscaped and developed, I don't need to do that anymore. So I've become a lot faster, a lot quicker at what I do. Oh, my chat is not scrolling now. What the hell? So yeah, it's just an experience thing. I think at this point is the reason why I'm thinking of streaming more, because yes, when I totally share the same sentiment as Scott there, where I struggled to stream and Navmesh at the same time because I just kept getting distracted. But yeah, having the last few months away from streaming Skyblivion, it's very much a lot easier, especially because I know the assets a lot better than I used to. Question is when Kyle finishes landscaping the Nibbon, will he stream any Navmesh? That's the question, isn't it? That's the question. Or well, he's got to do the Great Forest and stuff, you know. Still got to do that. The north of the Heartlands. 100%? Hell yeah. As I said, when that happens, the tables will turn. Like, instead of Kyle being my boss, he will be my bitch. Nah, joking. I accept. Should be able to get up here. The reason why it's quite blank here is just because we're right on the edge of the this is the border, the world border here. That's the reason why it's some areas are a bit hilly. Oh, gotta pop off. See you on the other side. No worries, Kyle. Appreciate the gift subs and thank you for stopping by. I will see you probably in the office at some point this week or weekend maybe. But I appreciate you stopping by. Enjoy your evening, sir. And just like that, we've done another cell. Boom. We're up to 5 cells in just under 2 hours. I remember when we were doing Skin Grad's vineyards and we were only doing like 1 cell a stream. Oh, don't take me back there. Oh god. Oh god. I remember watching you now. Yes, it was bad time. It was a bad time. You need help, Glitz. You need help. Or Navmeshing the Great Forest afterwards and Jerry. Yeah. Yeah. That was also another wonderful moment. As I said, I could have made that ESP myself, but oh my god, I've just gone into oblivion again. I could have made that ESP myself, but you know, laziness. Tree trimmer, yes. So this is basically what tree trimmer is. Is you see these trees, they have no leaves on it. Basically it just removes the leaves from trees, bushes and stuff like that. So, like, these actually have leaves on it. These ones, they keep their leaves just because they haven't been included in that plugin. So we've got to actually alter that mod to include the leaves off these trees. That's all. But that's like, I think that's like editing the NIF because it just overrides the NIF with a treeless, a leafless version, and it allows you to see through it. We have got a version for Skyrim, I think. I think I've got a version for Skyrim. But yeah, that's basically what tree trimmer does. And I did the entire, well, I did a good 60% of the Great Forest without it. And then one of the other leads decided to make it, and I was just like, you could have made this fucking like months ago when I was struggling doing the forest, and yeah. I'm never gonna let Jero live that down. Ayo. Ayo. At least we've got something more interesting to Navmesh now. Navmeshing Final Scrum. Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Welcome on in again. It has been a while since I've streamed Skyblivion development, I do admit. And I'm hoping to get back into the swing of things, shall we say. How do you claim to get assigned? It's decided. So basically, the level designer or the landscaper, what they do is they landscape an area or a region of the game. We then have a person that the lead level designer QA do a QA pass on the landscape. It then gets, once that QA pass has been done and it's been merged into the game, I then get given that region. And then what I do is I'll show you on Blackwood for now is say this is Blackwood as it currently stands. So what we do is we cut them up. These are a bit bigger claims just because it was done back 3 years ago, these claims were. These claims were done a few years ago. Yeah, I saw that glitz. When it wasn't done properly, but basically we cut the claims up into rectangles like this, generally speaking, like a rectangle like this, and then we put it on a list over here, as you can see, and then it will just say open. I can show you an example. So this is the Gerald Mountains up here, and this is our example. So you see where it says this claim is open. That means if you're not working on a claim, you could be like, oh, Gerald Mountains 15, which is this one. You claim it, you put your name down, you do the work. It gets merged. I mark it off as green. The cell's green once it's merged. And then I go through and QA that work, which then turns it purple. And then I turn the name on the list purple. So that's basically how we do it. And the squares are based on, yeah, the cells. So each claim at the moment, we try and do about 15 cells. That way, it's not too much, but it's not nothing either. So that's basically how we cut up the world, and how those colors indicate what work we've done, what work we haven't done. And I'm sure, as you saw in the last roadmap, in the roadmap that came out a few weeks back, how much progress the Navmesh team still has to make on that. But that's essentially how we divvy it up, so to speak. But yeah, I have QA'd out of the 5,000-ish cells. I have QA'd nearly 1,000 so far. And they are like fully finished. Do not touch them again ever. In theory. How many cells have got Navmesh in currently? Out of the 5,000? That is about 2,500 as it currently stands. And we are currently doing quite a number of cells a month, I will say. Not going to give an exact number, because giving exact numbers of how many cells we do a month, it doesn't reflect every month's progress, so that number wouldn't be accurate, and I'm not going to give it. So yes, a city would be one claim, and every city that has been Navmeshed so far, I have done personally. Yeah. And a city is around roughly usually about a claim's worth of about 10 to 15 cells. Usually, depending on the size, of course. What cities aren't done? Good question. Shane Hall. Anvil is currently in QA, so I need to QA that. But the Navmesh in it is essentially done. Breville isn't done. Navmesh wise. The Imperial City obviously isn't done Navmesh wise. I don't think there's much more other than those. I'm not sure. A lot of the realms aren't done though, like Periite's realm, Boethia. They're not done yet. I want to say, yeah, I want to say it is literally just Jadenhall and Breville and the Imperial City left. I just get that feeling that in terms of Navmesh, they are the only ones that haven't been touched. Technically, Shadenhall has temporary Navmesh in it, but it's not being Navmeshed with the remaster in mind. Yeah, the IC, because obviously the IC's got different districts. Each district will be a claim. I have Navmesh. Then technically, one district has Navmesh in it. It's just very broken, shall we say? A bit like Blackwood's Navmesh is very broken as well. I can actually I can show you an example of a city that's finished, just so you can get an idea of what is involved in a city, if you would like. I don't mind showing off one of the cities that we've shown off in the developer diary. I can't show you, obviously, anything that hasn't been shown off in a developer diary yet, or has been shown off by the team. I can show you one city for sure. No, it's no bother. No bother. Let me save, because yeah, I'll show you Coral. So Coral is its own world space. It would be Coral. And this is Coral when it loads up. Please don't crash. And you'll get an idea. So I navmeshed Coral. So this is a city when it loads up. So this is the navmesh for Coral. Yeah, it would be interesting to yeah. So this is Coral. And then that is how many cells the Coral City is. So it's roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 9 or 10 cells. Obviously, each cell is one of these green squares. But this is... I navmesh this. Do you remember the Fingers of the Mountain quest showcase that we did? If you remember that from... I think it was about a year ago? Just under a year ago. I navmeshed this city then, at that point. And it took me about 2 to 3 days to do this. This city. Because you obviously saw when you were speaking to... I'll forget the lady's name to get the book from the mountain, which is up there somewhere. Yeah, so Coral is very much similar to the original. Yes, some bits have been changed, but yeah, this is an example of Coral's world space. Just to give you guys an idea. No, this one isn't too different. If you were to look at Bruma. We've shown Bruma a few times, so I can show you that. Bruma's another one that I have done personally myself. So this is, again, my navmesh again. It hasn't been QA'd, so it might be some errors, but this is definitely one of the another city that I navmeshed. Let's get that in frame. The green lines are cell borders. So if the two triangles here don't have a green edge along the cell border, an NPC won't be able to cross from one cell to another. The pink ones are jump links. So yeah, again, this is Bruma. And again, it's about 10 to 11, 10-ish cells. And I can show this one off to because Kyle did the original level designing on it. So yeah, as you can see, that's how Bruma's navmesh looks like. And this one took me again about 2 to 3 days. Green means go, yes. Yes, it does. And obviously Bruma is a city that has been expanded because this area here, I believe, did not exist in Oblivion. This bottom area here. I can't remember, but I don't think it existed in it either. But yeah. Yeah, so this one is one of the ones that were based on the concept art. There's going to be errors in the navmesh, namely up here soon, because when we've got all the markers in for the Battle of Bruma stuff, there will be navmesh errors in it. So yeah. Hey, how's it going, Counterfeit? We're not in Blackwood at the moment, but we are yeah, we're going to go back to Blackwood in a second, and then obviously this is the view that you get when you enter Bruma. Yes, that's the paths. So we only do preferred pathing on the actual main roads. And then up to important buildings like the chapel. We don't do them up to every building like inns or houses, because usually an NPC will walk along it and then have a beeline for it. So it'll go like that up to that triangle and then follow those triangles up. So you click it and press P on the keyboard. If you want ocean, you press O and that will mark it as a water triangle. And then if you want a jump link, you press two edges and press P, and that will create a jump link between them to allow NPCs to jump down. Right. Let me reload the TK because it's getting a bit laggy. So I just need to reload the TK quickly. But yeah, that's essentially what Navmeshed is. I did save before we left Blackwood, so don't panic. Don't panic. I've already said that, Robert! Learn to listen. Get back in your merge hole. By the way, the person that we said earlier that was on crack and liked to merge everything and was build manager, that's him. That's the guy. That's the guy. So you can make NPCs jump off files if you wanted to. Yes, you could. You could make them jump off, for example, Dive Rock. Splat. Not that you'd want to. We only put jump links if it's safe for the NPC to jump off. If they can jump off something without taking full damage, that's when we put jump links. I think Dive Rock's actually been landscaped, so could technically do it soon. Right, where the frig was I? 19 minus 37. Oh, I was one off. Boo. I feel I could be capable of this. Can't wait to give it a go. I hope y'all can help out more. Yeah, like I said, like just practice. I didn't get to become 1 Navmesh lead, 2 very quick at Navmeshing overnight. It's very much just keep doing it. Obviously, some people pick it up quicker than others, so don't be too disheartened if you don't get it immediately. Like I know for me it took a few months, and it's only in the past. It's honestly, it's only since I became a lead for Skyblivion that I have really got the speed, got everything down. So there's that. It does not happen overnight. That I can assure you on. Oh my god. And even after all this time, Robert is still finding issues that I've created. Sometimes, like not finalizing something, or not doing this or not doing that. So yeah, it's not something that you even master. It's always funny when Robert finds an issue with me, because he's always like, I found an issue! Haha, I finally caught you, almost. That's the vibe that I get from Robert, at least. And then I'm just like, no, I pressed finalized. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. Good times though. But it's all in fun. So it is funny when that happens though. Yeah, so once you've done, they add automatically. So once you've lined them up, you press this green tick button on the bar, and you'll see all the green lines that appear. So they automatically link, but these two vertices have to be next to each other. If they're not next to each other, and you've just put a vertice there and not put one there, it will automatically create an edge in the other cell, which can be a good or a bad thing depending on what you're doing. So it's very much yeah. Could be good, could be bad. Sort of see. Am I right in assuming Navmesh is basically low version of the landscape the AI uses? So all an NPC can technically... Okay, all NPCs see is the number, the reference number of the triangle, as I understand it. And they just basically like, I want to go to this triangle. How do I get there from those numbers? The best way I can describe it on a visual way is this is all an NPC, quote unquote, sees, is the landscape like this. They don't know there's any buildings, they don't know there's walls, they don't know there's water, they don't know there's anything. They entirely trust what the Navmesh does. So this is technically all they can see. So that it's very much a case of an NPC's life is in your fucking hands. And now you can see also why trees are so fucking annoying. And the reason why that tree trimmer plugin helps so fucking much. Yeah, so as I said, like, and tree trimmer just has assets, a list of our assets, and they don't have the leaves on it. So this is basically what tree trimmer does, is it just takes the leaves off trees, bushes, and stuff. However, these trees are not included in tree trimmer, these trees. So, yeah, that's the reason why some leaves have trees, some don't. Basically, I need to update tree trimmer, but I need to go through the nifs and remove their leaves through to do that. But I just haven't got around to it yet. Because I don't want to ask Jero to do it for me. Yes. Yes, pretty much. Someone did some gardening in Nifscope. Yes. And that was Jero that did it. Did this version of tree trimmer. Jero is the landscape or level design lead for Skyblivion, because D is focusing on 3D now. He still is a lead. It's just he's focusing on 3D now, as you know. Which is why Jero's taken over for doing level design, QA, and stuff, which is what D would have been doing. Have I gone around this tree yet? There we go. Ah, fixed. Ah, no more tree in my face. Feels good. Who that's? Pickled Hermit. Thank you for resubscribing for 3 months. How's it going, dude? I've been wanting to learn LD for years, but 3D is an overtime position as it is. Yeah, 3D takes ages. To learn and master for sure, and even to do 3D. No more of a joke I can't think of. Yeah, as soon as we refresh, that tree just here will come back. Don't worry. It's not gone forever. It will come back. Okay. Well, better go see the boss and then try and get some sleep. It's almost 6 a.m. No worries, Haskell. Yeah, if you do have any questions about anything, you've got my DMs. My DMs are always open to people that want to learn Navmesh. So. I honestly think you're a vampire, Robert. That's the only logical solution. You are undead. And also, when you press the green tick and finalize everything, if there's a door marker on somewhere, I'll show you this. So there's a door marker just here, which is this yellow box. Which is this yellow box. What you want to do is put as small a triangle under this yellow box as possible, because basically the green triangle means it's a NPC teleport triangle or link, and basically when an NPC hits that triangle, they will teleport into that building. When you click finalized, it links those two together, links the building together, boom. If, for example, the triangle is this big in front of the door and it's green like this, if an NPC hits the triangle just here, they will teleport into that fucking building from so far away, which is obviously going to look weird and jank as fuck. So smaller triangles the better on those doors. That's all I'm saying. Yes, it looks weird as fuck, I will say. Right, give me a second, guys. I'll be right back in a second. Okay. How we doing? Doing okay. Doing okay. So, we are coming up to the point where we are going to start meeting existing Navmesh now. The further we come up north this way, we're going to start seeing more and more Navmesh north of here. Which is actually really broken, but there's nothing we can do about it. There's the Ayleid Ruin. And the existing Navmesh. So these are the last 8 cells in these regions. Is these two, this 2, and this 2. So this claim, do I still have it up? No. Let me grab it. So this claim that we're currently working on is just here. And these, and these cells, 8 cells are these cells here that we haven't done yet. There's obviously these cells that we haven't done here, and these cells here, and those ones here. They still need doing, but we're getting closer to finishing this side of the map. So yeah, this is going to be simple because I don't think any of these plants have collision. It should just be a case of going straight over them. And I don't think we've got too many rocks here to worry about either, so this should be fairly straightforward and quick. The closer you get to the border regions, the quicker and easier they are to Navmesh, shall we say. What is this? Oh, it's Starfield. Oh, it's Enderal. Well, this music was fucking Starfield then for a second. What the fuck? No. Right, this is probably going to be the last cell that we get done tonight. Then I'll try and stream another day, because this has been a lot of fun. Honestly, I forgot how much fun it is to chat to you guys and just answer questions in general. But I am running out of time now. Just been reminded that I've got shit to do tomorrow, so can't be too late getting off here. But we have got time to do this cell, so... But we got a lot of work done. I think I'm up to about nearly 40 cells in 2 days now. Which, if you had said to me a few months back that I would have got... I would be doing 40 cells a day in Navmesh, hell fucking no. That's a big hell to the fucking no. Speed running this cell now. That's fine. But yeah, you can see how close to layer win we are now. But yeah, I'll jump in game. Let's jump in game. Celeste, where are we? We are 1935. And then that will be it's for today, but make sure we save. And we will jump on in game quickly. Wink. Oh. Right. Let's go have a walk along what we've done today, shall we? 19 minus 35, 31. No, 19 minus 35. I was right. So yeah, this is the work we've done today. Not that you guys can see it, but we have done some of the work. Let's aim our to 12. Yeah, I was gonna use it anyway. Let's. So yeah, this is the cell that we just navmeshed, as you probably saw. This was the area, this last cell that we did was up here. And you can see just here is where these rocks were that we just navmeshed round. And then obviously this was the little house up here that we navmeshed a minute ago. And we do have a new tool to see navmesh in game. So there you go. This is basically what we have navmeshed today. And you can see the cell borders as well. And it shows you where you haven't navmeshed. A really, really, really useful mod. It came out a little while ago, and it just we missed the water triangle down there. So I need to go replace that water triangle there. And yeah, it just allows very, very good visualization. It allows visualization of occlusion planes and cell borders. So you can see the cell borders now of the current cell you're in. But yeah, this is all navmesh that we've placed by hand today. And yeah, it's always a bit weird being able to see the navmesh that you've placed, but it does help the visualization. And I think this is roughly where we began navmeshing today, was just along this river. So we've actually done quite a bit. But it's a bit like the level designers. It takes so long to navmesh or do, but it takes like 5 seconds to walk through game. So yeah, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Part of the fun at the end of the day. I'll probably get this cell done and a few of the other cells off stream, and then what I'll try and do is I'll try and save the Ayleid Ruin up here to navmesh next time I stream. I will try my best to get another stream in before the end of the year, but end of the year, end of the weekend. Fucking hell, my brain is just so fucked. But yeah, I'm hoping to get this Ayleid Ruin navmeshed soon. So yeah,